Welcome to the Dinosaur documentary. Are you ready to step into the incredible world of the Tyrannosaurus rex, the ultimate king of the dinosaurs? Today I will talk about a creature that is so massive and powerful and ruled the land millions of years ago. How did this colossal predator become such a legend? What makes T-Rex stand out from the rest? In this exciting video, we're going to reveal some jaw-dropping secrets behind T-Rex's astonishing size. First up, we'll find out why T-Rex is one of the most famous dinosaurs out there. Did you know it belongs to a group called theropods, just like those speedy raptors? We'll tackle the challenges this gigantic predator faced and how its size influenced everything from energy needs to territory. Next, we'll discover how T-Rex thrived as a hunter despite needing so much energy. We'll explore the unique environment it lived in and why it was home to such enormous dinosaurs. We'll chat about how T-Rex expanded its territory, the different roles young and adult T-Rexes played, and its remarkable senses, like that amazing sense of smell and keen eyesight. Finally, we'll discuss T-Rex's extinction and the rise of mammals, plus how this legendary dinosaur has become a superstar in science and pop culture. So, buckle up for a thrilling adventure as we uncover the secrets of the Tyrannosaurus rex. And hey, if you enjoy what you see, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome dinosaur content. The Tyrannosaurus rex was more than just a large, fearsome predator. Its uniqueness wasn't just in its massive size but in the incredible traits that made it one of the most dominant creatures of its time. T-Rex stood at the top of the food chain as an apex predator, facing little to no competition. Unlike other carnivores like Spinosaurus or Allosaurus, which had to share their territory with other predators, T-Rex ruled alone. This dominance gave it a significant evolutionary edge, allowing it to thrive without the constant threat of rivals. T-Rex's terrifying design made it an ultimate hunter. Its skull was massive and robust, equipped with teeth that reached up to 12 inches long. These teeth weren't just for show. They were thick, sharp, and serrated like steak knives, built to rip through flesh and crush bone with ease. Its bite force was unmatched, with scientists estimating it could exert up to 12,800 pounds per square inch, enough to crush the bones of its prey, a rare ability among carnivorous dinosaurs. But it wasn't just physical power that set T-Rex apart. It had incredible senses too. Its vision, for example, was far superior to most dinosaurs. With binocular vision, T-Rex could judge distances with precision, making it a deadly predator even from afar. And let's not forget its sense of smell. This was perhaps its most impressive trait. Its massive olfactory bulbs suggest that T-Rex could sniff out prey from miles away, giving it the upper hand whether hunting or scavenging. On top of all that, T-Rex was surprisingly intelligent. Its brain, relative to other dinosaurs, was large, which likely made it a more strategic hunter. While many dinosaurs relied purely on instinct, T-Rex may have been capable of planning and executing more sophisticated hunting techniques. It wasn't just a brute force predator, it was smart, calculating, and always one step ahead of its prey. Being one of the largest predators on Earth wasn't always an advantage for the Tyrannosaurus rex. Its massive size brought significant challenges, particularly with energy consumption. A creature as large as T-Rex, weighing up to 9 tons, needed an immense amount of food to survive. Without regular meals, it would quickly risk starvation, especially if prey became scarce. Size also impacted its agility. While T-Rex could run at an estimated 12 to 20 miles per hour, its weight made sharp, quick movements difficult. This meant that if it couldn't overpower its prey in a swift attack, it might miss its chance. Smaller, faster creatures had a better chance of escaping if T-Rex couldn't land the first blow. Environmental factors added another layer of difficulty. T-Rex lived during the late Cretaceous period when the Earth's climate was warm but unpredictable. Natural disasters or shifts in prey availability could have a huge impact on its survival. As a large predator, T-Rex needed vast territories and a constant supply of food. If its habitat shrank, finding enough resources to maintain its strength would be a real challenge. Yet, T-Rex had some incredible adaptations to help it survive. Its powerful bite force, capable of crushing bones, gave it access to marrow, a rich source of nutrients other predators couldn't reach. This allowed T-Rex to be an efficient feeder, even in times of scarcity. Moreover, T-Rex wasn't just a hunter, it also scavenged, feeding on carcasses when necessary. This adaptability helped it survive in difficult conditions. Despite these challenges, T-Rex thrived for millions of years. Its size was a risk, but its unique adaptations, intelligence, and sheer power made it one of the most successful predators in history. In the wild, size and power can be both a blessing and a curse for large carnivores. While being at the top of the food chain offers dominance, it also brings challenges that can be tough to overcome. Yet, the Tyrannosaurus rex managed not just to survive, but to thrive. How did this colossal predator outlast other large carnivores and become one of history's most successful hunters? The answer lies in its extraordinary physical and behavioral adaptations. One key to T-Rex's dominance was its strategic hunting style. Unlike some predators that relied on ambush, T-Rex was an active hunter, using its heightened senses, especially its extraordinary sense of smell, to track prey over vast distances. This ability allowed it to locate food even when prey was scarce, giving it a significant advantage in its expansive territory. T-Rex's massive size also worked to its advantage, giving it supremacy over other predators. Its powerful build wasn't just for intimidation, it was designed to take down the largest herbivores, such as Triceratops. With bone-crushing jaws and teeth built to tear through tough hides, T-Rex could overpower prey that smaller carnivores couldn't, cementing its place at the top of the food chain. But brute force wasn't its only asset. There's speculation that T-Rex may have been more social than previously believed, possibly hunting in groups or cooperating with others of its kind. Though debated among paleontologists, this theory could explain how it took down such massive prey and thrived in a competitive ecosystem. Hunting in packs would have made it easier to secure large kills, protect resources, and fend off rivals. Ultimately, T-Rex's success wasn't just due to its size and strength. It was a combination of intelligence, sensory superiority, and possible social cooperation that helped it overcome the challenges of being a large predator. These traits allowed T-Rex to become one of the most formidable and successful dinosaurs to ever roam the Earth. Throughout history, many species have grown to immense sizes as a survival strategy, and the Tyrannosaurus rex was no exception. For T-Rex, gigantism wasn't just about raw power or intimidation. It was a key adaptation that helped it dominate its environment and outlast competition. But why did growing so large work so well for T-Rex, and how did it contribute to its long-term success? One of the greatest advantages of T-Rex's massive size was its ability to hunt giant herbivores like Triceratops and Edmontosaurus. While smaller predators would have struggled to bring down such enormous creatures, T-Rex had the strength and the lethal tools to succeed. With bone-crushing jaws and teeth built for tearing flesh, T-Rex could deliver fatal bites that downed even the largest prey. Once the kill was made, T-Rex could feast for days, ensuring a steady supply of food in its often harsh environment. T-Rex's size also gave it dominance beyond hunting. As the apex predator of its time, few carnivores would dare challenge a fully grown T-Rex. This intimidation extended to scavenging, where T-Rex could easily claim carcasses from smaller predators, asserting control with its sheer presence. Whether hunting or scavenging, T-Rex's massive stature made it the undisputed ruler of its domain. Interestingly, gigantism may have helped T-Rex regulate its body temperature more efficiently. Larger animals are better at retaining heat, which would have been advantageous during the seasonal fluctuations of the late Cretaceous period. While the climate was generally warm, T-Rex's size may have helped it maintain a stable internal temperature, giving it resilience against environmental changes that could have affected smaller creatures more drastically. However, gigantism wasn't without its drawbacks. Being such a large predator meant T-Rex required vast amounts of food to survive. During times of scarcity, this could have posed a serious challenge. Yet, T-Rex was adapted to extract every ounce of nourishment from its kills, including the nutrient-rich marrow within bones, something that many other predators couldn't access due to their weaker bite. T-Rex's rapid growth was another survival advantage. Though it's hard to imagine anything preying on an adult T-Rex, juveniles were vulnerable. By growing quickly, young T-Rexes minimized the window during which they could fall prey to other carnivores, ensuring their survival until they reached a size where they were no longer easy targets. In the end, gigantism was both a gift and a challenge for T-Rex. It gave the dinosaur unmatched power, hunting prowess, and dominance in its ecosystem, but it also demanded vast resources to sustain such a massive body. Yet, thanks to its remarkable adaptations, T-Rex overcame these challenges, securing its place as one of the most successful and iconic predators in history. The colossal size of the Tyrannosaurus rex wasn't just the result of its genetics. It was heavily influenced by the environment in which it thrived. Late Cretaceous North America offered the perfect conditions for T-Rex to dominate as an apex predator. The abundance of large herbivores, such as Triceratops and Edmontosaurus, created an ecosystem that demanded equally massive predators. In order to take down these gigantic creatures, T-Rex evolved into a towering force with incredible strength and size. T-Rex's size didn't happen overnight. It was the product of millions of years of evolution, driven by environmental pressures. The vast forests, rivers, and plains of its habitat supported large herds of herbivores, giving T-Rex access to a consistent food source. In regions with fewer large prey, predators didn't need to grow as massive. But in North America, where prey grew to enormous sizes, T-Rex evolved to match its environment, thriving as the top predator in a landscape filled with potential meals. Interestingly, this wasn't the case everywhere. In other regions, such as South America and Africa, where enormous sauropods roamed, we don't see predators as large as T-Rex. This is because adult sauropods had fewer natural predators, reducing the evolutionary pressure on carnivores to grow as large. Many predators in these areas hunted smaller prey or targeted juvenile sauropods. But in North America, T-Rex's prey was both abundant and large, requiring a predator of its immense size and power to dominate the food chain. Ultimately, it was the environment that shaped T-Rex into the apex predator we know today. Its massive size wasn't a random evolutionary occurrence, but a direct response to the rich and diverse ecosystem it inhabited. North America's late Cretaceous landscape provided the perfect stage for T-Rex to rise to the top, making it one of the most powerful and iconic predators in history. Tyrannosaurus rex wasn't just massive for the sake of being large. It developed specific adaptations that made it one of the most fearsome hunters in history, particularly when it came to tackling larger herbivores. One of T-Rex's most formidable traits was its extraordinary bite force. Capable of exerting pressures of over 12,800 pounds per square inch, T-Rex had the strongest bite of any land animal in history. But this wasn't just raw power, it served a crucial purpose. T-Rex's bite was not only designed for tearing flesh but also for crushing bone. Its thick, robust teeth were perfectly shaped to penetrate even the toughest parts of its prey, allowing it to consume bone marrow along with the softer tissues. This ability to access the nutrient-rich marrow gave T-Rex a significant advantage over its competitors, extracting more resources from a single kill. Unlike modern predators like lions or wolves, which typically cannot consume bones to this extent, T-Rex could derive energy from every part of its prey, ensuring it could feast for longer after a successful hunt. T-Rex's sheer size also factored into its hunting strategy. While smaller theropods relied on speed and agility to pursue fast-moving prey, T-Rex didn't need to be quick. Its immense power allowed it to target slower, larger herbivores like Triceratops, which, despite their defensive armor, were no match for T-Rex's strength. Using its weight and powerful jaw, T-Rex could overpower these massive herbivores, crushing through their defenses with ease. When it came to hunting, T-Rex likely didn't need to chase its prey over long distances. With its immense size and bone-crushing bite, it could ambush larger herbivores, incapacitate them swiftly, and prevent any chance of escape. Smaller carnivores like raptors may have been more agile, but they lacked the strength to deliver a devastating, one-blow kill. T-Rex's size and bite force gave it the ability to dominate prey that smaller predators could never tackle alone. Ultimately, T-Rex wasn't just another large predator. It was an apex hunter uniquely equipped to take down the biggest creatures in its ecosystem. Its bone-crushing bite, combined with its enormous size and unparalleled power, set it apart as one of the most formidable predators to ever walk the earth. One of the key reasons Tyrannosaurus rex maintained its status as a dominant predator for millions of years was its ability to expand its territory. During the late Cretaceous period, North America was divided by the Western Interior Seaway, a massive body of water that split the continent in two. This geographical division initially limited the range of many species, including T-Rex. However, as the seaway began to recede toward the end of the Cretaceous, the newly connected landmass allowed species like T-Rex to spread into new territories. This expansion was not just about gaining space, it was about seizing opportunities. As the sea retreated and new habitats emerged, T-Rex found itself in a position to dominate a wider range of ecosystems. The seaway had acted as a natural barrier, separating populations and creating unique ecosystems on either side. Once the seaway shrank, these ecosystems merged, and T-Rex, already a top predator in its original range, now had access to even more territory and resources. With more land came more prey. The areas that had once been separated by the seaway now provided new hunting grounds teeming with herbivores. T-Rex capitalized on this, expanding its population and extending its dominance. This territorial expansion allowed T-Rex to increase in numbers and spread across a vast region, from what is now the western United States into parts of Canada. The receding seaway not only created new opportunities but also reduced competition, as other predators in the region were either smaller or less dominant, giving T-Rex free reign over the land. An interesting aspect of T-Rex's expanded territory was its impact on genetic diversity. As T-Rex populations spread out, they could interbreed with other populations that had been separated by the seaway for millions of years. This genetic exchange likely contributed to the overall strength and adaptability of the species, enabling it to thrive even amid changing environmental conditions. In its newly expanded range, T-Rex faced only one significant competitor: the much smaller Dakotaraptor, a swift and agile predator that was no match for the raw power of T-Rex. This meant that once T-Rex claimed new territories, it faced little resistance in maintaining control. This geographic dominance ensured that T-Rex remained the apex predator across North America for millions of years, right up until the mass extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs. By the time the asteroid struck, T-Rex had become one of the most widespread and successful predators in the dinosaur kingdom. Its ability to expand into new territories and adapt to new environments solidified its legacy as a predator unlike any other. T-Rex's territorial dominance and genetic diversity allowed it to thrive, making it one of the last and most powerful dinosaurs to walk the earth. Tyrannosaurus rex wasn't just the apex predator of its time, it was also a keystone species in its ecosystem. Its presence influenced the behaviors and populations of other animals around it, both directly and indirectly. In many ways, T-Rex acted as the regulator of its environment, maintaining the balance between predator and prey. This balance ensured that the ecosystem remained stable and productive throughout the late Cretaceous period. One of the most obvious impacts of T-Rex was on herbivore populations. As a top predator, it preyed on large, slow-moving herbivores like Triceratops and Edmontosaurus. If left unchecked, these herbivores could overgraze the land, depleting vegetation and risking ecosystem collapse. By hunting and culling weaker or older individuals from these populations, T-Rex helped ensure that the ecosystem's plant life remained intact, allowing it to regenerate and sustain other species. In this sense, T-Rex was nature's way of controlling herbivore populations, keeping them in balance with the environment's resources. But T-Rex's role extended beyond hunting large herbivores. It also affected other carnivores in its ecosystem. Smaller predators like Dakotaraptor and Trudon had to compete with T-Rex for food, often resorting to scavenging off T-Rex's kills or targeting smaller prey to avoid direct conflict. This competition drove these smaller predators to evolve and adapt, allowing them to coexist with the much larger T-Rex. In some cases, they likely scavenged leftovers after T-Rex had finished feeding, relying on its massive kills for survival. This complex web of interactions between predator and prey was essential for maintaining a healthy ecosystem. Interestingly, T-Rex also significantly impacted the evolution of its prey. Herbivores like Triceratops developed defensive features, such as large frills and sharp horns, as a direct response to the threat posed by predators like T-Rex. This evolutionary arms race between predator and prey meant that both groups constantly evolved to become better hunters or defenders. Over millions of years, this led to the emergence of some of the most iconic and well-adapted dinosaurs in history. Without T-Rex's predatory pressure, herbivores might not have evolved to become as formidable or varied as they did. Beyond its immediate ecosystem, T-Rex had a long-term impact on the environment's health. By keeping herbivore populations in check, it ensured that plant life remained abundant, which in turn supported other species like insects, small mammals, and even birds. This balance between predator and prey was essential for the overall health of the ecosystem. When T-Rex thrived, the entire ecosystem flourished. In essence, T-Rex was more than just a fearsome hunter, it was a cornerstone of its environment. Its presence shaped the behavior, evolution, and survival of countless species around it. As one of the largest and most powerful predators in history, T-Rex played a vital role in maintaining the health and stability of its ecosystem, ensuring that life could continue to thrive during the Cretaceous period. One of the most fascinating questions about Tyrannosaurus rex is why it evolved to become so large. Scientists have proposed several theories to explain this phenomenon, each offering a different perspective on the evolutionary pressures that drove T-Rex to grow to such enormous proportions. While we may never know the exact answer, these theories provide a window into the complex world of dinosaur evolution. One of the most popular theories is that T-Rex's size was an adaptation to its role as an apex predator. In an environment filled with large herbivores like Triceratops and Edmontosaurus, T-Rex needed to be big and powerful to bring them down. Its sheer size allowed it to dominate the food chain, overpowering its prey with brute force while minimizing competition from other carnivores. This theory suggests that the larger T-Rex became, the more successful it was at hunting and defending its territory, leading to a natural selection process that favored larger individuals over time. Another theory focuses on T-Rex's scavenging abilities. In ecosystems where food could sometimes be scarce, larger predators had a distinct advantage when it came to scavenging. A bigger body meant a stronger bite, allowing T-Rex to break through bones and access the nutritious marrow inside, resources that smaller predators couldn't exploit. This provided T-Rex with a unique edge during food shortages, enabling it to survive and thrive even when prey was hard to find. A third theory relates to T-Rex's social behavior. While many envision T-Rex as a solitary predator, some evidence suggests it may have lived and hunted in packs or family groups. In such scenarios, larger individuals would have had an advantage in group dynamics, dominating feeding rights and mating opportunities. This theory posits that T-Rex's size was not only a product of its need to hunt large prey but also a result of social competition within its species. The larger and more dominant an individual was, the more likely it was to pass on its genes to the next generation. Some scientists have also explored the possibility that T-Rex's size was linked to its lifespan. Larger animals tend to live longer, and T-Rex was no exception. Studies of T-Rex fossils suggest that these dinosaurs could live up to 30 years or more, significantly longer than most other theropods. Over such a long lifespan, T-Rex had more time to grow, which could explain its massive size. This theory suggests that T-Rex's longevity was an evolutionary advantage, allowing it to dominate its environment for decades. Finally, there is the theory of island gigantism. This concept, seen in various animal species, suggests that when a population is isolated in a geographic area with limited competition and abundant resources, it can evolve to become significantly larger than its ancestors. While T-Rex didn't live on an island in the traditional sense, the receding western interior seaway may have created an isolated environment where T-Rex could maximize its potential. As the seaway closed off parts of North America, T-Rex found itself in an ideal situation to grow larger and more powerful, with few natural enemies to limit its size. All these theories offer compelling explanations for why T-Rex became so massive. Whether due to its hunting strategy, scavenging abilities, social dynamics, or environmental factors, the fact remains that T-Rex evolved to be one of the largest and most fearsome predators the world has ever seen. Its size was not a random accident of evolution. It was the result of millions of years of adaptation to its environment, solidifying T-Rex's status as the undisputed king of the dinosaurs. Despite its dominance and fearsome reputation, the reign of Tyrannosaurus rex came to an abrupt and catastrophic end around 66 million years ago. The Cretaceous Paleogene (KPG) extinction event marked the conclusion of the age of dinosaurs, wiping out T-Rex and nearly all other dinosaur species in a matter of moments on the geological timescale. The cause of this mass extinction has been debated for decades, but the most widely accepted theory points to a massive asteroid impact as the primary culprit. Around 66 million years ago, a giant asteroid, approximately 10 to 15 kilometers in diameter, slammed into what is now the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. The impact created the Chicxulub crater and unleashed an unimaginable amount of energy, equivalent to billions of nuclear bombs exploding simultaneously. The immediate consequences were devastating. tsunamis, wildfires, and a shockwave that traveled around the globe. The blast sent debris and vaporized rock into the atmosphere, blocking out sunlight for months, or even years, resulting in a nuclear winter that dramatically altered Earth's climate. For creatures like T-Rex, this sudden change in the environment was catastrophic. As temperatures plummeted and sunlight disappeared, the lush vegetation that sustained the herbivores T-Rex preyed upon began to die off. With food sources rapidly dwindling, T-Rex, like many large predators, found itself in a dire situation. Unable to adapt quickly enough to the new, harsher conditions, T-Rex populations began to crash. The very traits that made T-Rex so successful in its prime, its massive size, powerful jaws, and specialized hunting abilities, became liabilities. In a world where resources were scarce, smaller, more adaptable creatures stood a better chance of survival. But it wasn't just the lack of food that doomed T-Rex. The climate change caused by the asteroid's impact brought about extreme weather events, such as acid rain, and drastically altered the ecosystems that dinosaurs had evolved to thrive in. T-Rex's environment, once teeming with life, became a barren, desolate landscape. The vast forests and wetlands that had sustained large herbivores were replaced by charred earth and dying vegetation. In this new world, T-Rex simply couldn't survive. The asteroid impact wasn't the only factor in T-Rex's extinction, however. Some scientists believe that even before the asteroid struck, T-Rex and other dinosaurs were already facing environmental stress. During the late Cretaceous period, volcanic activity in the Deccan Traps in modern-day India released vast amounts of gases into the atmosphere, including carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. These gases may have contributed to global warming and ocean acidification, disrupting ecosystems across the planet. This theory suggests that the dinosaurs were already in decline due to these long-term environmental changes, and the asteroid impact delivered the final blow that pushed them to extinction. Interestingly, not all life on Earth perished in the KPG extinction event. While the non-avian dinosaurs, including T-Rex, were wiped out, other creatures managed to survive. Small mammals, birds, which are technically descendants of theropod dinosaurs, and other reptiles adapted to the post-extinction environment. These survivors eventually became the dominant species on Earth, filling the ecological niches left vacant by the dinosaurs. It's a humbling reminder that even the mightiest creatures can be brought low by the forces of nature, and that survival often favors the small and adaptable over the large and powerful. The extinction of T-Rex marked the end of an era, the age of dinosaurs, but also paved the way for the rise of mammals and, ultimately, the evolution of humans. The same asteroid impact that spelled doom for T-Rex set the stage for the world we know today. As tragic as its extinction was, it's fascinating to consider how different life on Earth might have been if T-Rex and its fellow dinosaurs had survived. Would mammals have ever risen to dominance? Would humans even exist? These questions continue to intrigue scientists and spark the imagination of people around the world. T-Rex's sudden and dramatic extinction serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of life on Earth. For millions of years, it was the apex predator, ruling its environment with unmatched power and ferocity. Yet, in the end, even the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex was no match for the unpredictable and often violent forces of nature. In conclusion, the Tyrannosaurus Rex stands as a testament to the complexities of evolution and survival. Its massive size, powerful bite, and specialized adaptations allowed it to dominate its environment for millions of years. Yet, as we've seen, this reign was not without its challenges. From its unique communication methods to the mystery of its tiny arms, T-Rex was not just a fearsome predator but a fascinating creature with a rich story. The catastrophic events leading to its extinction serve as a reminder of the fragility of life on Earth. As we reflect on T-Rex's legacy, we are encouraged to consider the lessons it teaches us about resilience and adaptation in an ever-changing world. Though T-Rex is long extinct, its legacy as the ultimate predator continues to captivate us. Imagine what the world was like when this king ruled the land. What do you think made T-Rex the most fearsome predator of its time? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to join us next time as we continue to explore the wild world of ancient dinosaurs.